Hi, Girly Pops. Welcome back to Gratitude with Gracie. If you're new here, we're all about becoming the best version of ourselves and welcoming gratitude and abundance into our lives. These are 21 transformative tips, tricks, and habits that I've implemented in my life and have been really helpful into getting me to be where I want to be. Overall, darlings, these are 21 ways to glow up and be the best version of yourself. Enter a new era for the new year or whenever you're watching this video. These tips, tricks, and habits are going to be broken down into three main categories. The first is talking about our physical body, our environment, to help us welcome beauty from the outside in. Number one tip is prioritizing fresh air and sunshine, especially in the morning. We are human beings, but we're kind of like plants in the way that we need sunshine and fresh air. I used to look at my phone first thing in the morning, feel really yucky, get really overwhelmed, and not really have a place to be present. Making sure that I get some sunshine, I feel it on my skin, allows me to be really present and remind myself I'm a human being. I'm here for a short amount of time. I'm here to just experience life. I used to work in a place where no sunshine got in, and I was there during all hours of the sunshine, and my mental health during that time and after prioritizing sunshine and fresh air has been exponentially different. I just feel like I can breathe better. It's really cold outside right now, but even just sitting by a window, looking out the window, reminding yourself of the outside and getting out there when you can is such a treat for yourself and for your body. Number two is hair care. I have curly hair and I did not know how to take care of it for a really long time. All of my sisters had straight hair. No one taught me how to take care of my hair. I was treating my hair like their hair, and it was a frizz. It was a mess. It did not look cute, and I didn't know better, to be honest. So do research on your hair to have a PhD in yourself, to know what oils work the best for your hair, what products work the best for your hair, how often should you wash your hair, what type of hair do you even have, learning into things like how porous your hair is, how much product to put in your hair will make a really big difference. You could have too much product. It could even be like crunchy if you have that, or styles, haircuts, what frames your face well. Hair is such an expression of self. It is an identity. Beautiful hair comes from really healthy hair habits, and everyone is different. You're going to have to play around with it. Tip number 3 is having shower routines. You can be the most gorgeous, 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 beautiful girl in the world, but if you don't feel clean, you don't feel beautiful. You don't feel what you want to be putting out. And then you're worried and self-conscious and icky. Not the vibe. Something I learned in my adult life that I really didn't know as a teenager just because it wasn't taught to me was that you don't have to do the everything shower every time. You don't have to wait until you have a full hour to shave and exfoliate and do all the cleansing. And it was just really overwhelming to try to do that every single time. Having different shower routines for 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and an hour. What's attainable in every single day so that you can prioritize feeling clean. Also, I think that all chic, elegant girls have a signature scent. People associate you with that smell. I like a lot of floral scents. They're very light. They make me feel very girly, very fun. There's so many different smells that you associate with different energies that you can instantly be able to harness the second you put it on. And then when you smell yourself later through the day, it's like the wind blows your perfume. You are not only radiating good, positive energy, but you literally smell good and are spreading that to other people. And that's great. Tip number 4 is having good smells going, less for yourself and just more in your environment. I always like having good candles, incense, the plugins in the walls so that every time I walk into my environment, I know, oh, this is like for resting. They're so powerful. They trigger instantly whatever emotions we associate with them. Good smells going all around you will help you have control over your environment. 5 is oil pulling. If you haven't heard of oil pulling before, it's swishing a certain type of oil. Every oil has different uses, and swishing around for 15, 20 minutes in your mouth to help your teeth health. I like to use coconut oil for anti-inflammatory purposes, and also it just tastes better. I will just wake up, take a spoonful, make my bed. Overnight, all your bacteria kind of goes up through your mouth. And while you're sleeping, it just kind of sitting there overnight, doing that full cleanse in the morning really just helps your overall gum health. Number 6 is finding a sort of healthy movement to implement in your life every single day. We're evolutionary creatures. Our body is an instrument. It will adapt to whatever environment you put it in every single day. So if you're not having a lot of movement, your bones become stiff, you become less flexible, your body feels like there's less of a need to make your body feel good. And so you just kind of feel yuckier. I really like going to the gym. It does great things for my mental health, my physical body, and my confidence for just being proud and self-assured. But that is a really big task, and I was not able to start at that originally. What I did when I first started was just 5-minute stretching every single day. Just looking up this quick 5-minute stretching videos and starting to feel my body and figure out where the muscles are, what needs work. And overall, I just felt healthier. I felt better. It's easier to start stacking other physical healthy habits once I just really, really loved doing my 5-minute stretches. And I did those for like months. And you don't even have to be working up to something else. I just know that was one of my long-term goals that I wasn't able to do at the time. But even if you just want to do a 15-minute stretch every day, the effects it has on your body is actually amazing. It's actually crazy how much a little bit of intentional, healthy movement every day does for your body. Tip number 7 is romanticizing and really truly loving cooking and cleaning for yourself. Not taught how to cook ever. My first year living by myself, I fully survived off of turkey sandwiches, bagels. I really had no idea. I had no idea. And it was so frustrating, so infuriating, really, to not know how to feed myself, not know how to take care of my environment. I was relatively good at cleaning, but my laundry just got everywhere. And then I was like, oh, well, if my laundry's everywhere, then everything else can get messy. I was not able to set myself up for success. I wasn't getting the nutrients I needed, and my environment wasn't nearly as clean as it is now and how I like it to be. A life-changing tip for me was everything in front of you is a direct reflection of your vibrations. And the first time I ever heard that, I looked around and my room was a mess. I was sitting in a bed with laundry on it, and I was very anxious. I felt very lonely, and my environment definitely reflected that. And I wasn't prioritizing myself. I wasn't prioritizing that alone time. My environment was a reflection of that. And that wasn't able to change until I started to really love cooking and cleaning for myself. For cleaning, I I love the look of like a silk black lace slip dress, being in my divine feminine energy and being able to take care of myself is so exciting. I'm like, there's not a lot of preliminary anxiety about cleaning and I just really love making my environment recharging. I like to leave gifts for my future self. So I will like clean and know that, oh my goodness, when I get home from work, I'm going to walk into this amazing smelling room. I'm going to have nothing to do but just enjoy my time and taking care of myself. Romanticizing the process of actually cleaning it. If you can financially afford to get yourself things that are exciting, new cleaning products that smell really good, a cute little dress to especially just for you to clean in. That it's so cute. The little dress idea is so much fun. And that alone does the trick. I'm playing a little dress up really does make it feel so much fun. I also got this special green apron and I really just love cooking now. And I just have a few core simple recipes that I really like to enjoy. Most of them are like chicken and rice and veggie bowls. So it doesn't take a lot of time to make. It's really healthy. I feel really good and I can implement a lot of variety with different vegetables, different sauces, different ways of seasoning the chicken, and then just working from that one dish is the way that you can really start to create a good base of having a healthy diet and a healthy environment. That one was a lot, but it's really important and one of the most life-changing things because I did not think that living in a clean environment was attainable unless that was your only thing that you did, unless you worked and you cleaned and that was it. I really thought there was no time for anything else because it took me so long to do all of my tasks because it was so stressful. Tips 8 through 14 are about routines, having routines, implementing them, and how to set yourself up for success. Tip 8 is just having a routine in general. I have many different routines for many different feelings, but I just started with a really basic morning routine and a really basic night routine. And that can mean anything from just washing your face and then taking 5 minutes to be grateful and then making breakfast for yourself, easy enough. And just building, and you don't even have to do them every day. And I don't feel guilty when I miss a routine because I can always go back to it. It's just the standard. My long routine takes like an hour and a half. That involves meditating and reading and stretching. If you want a more in-depth video about my routines or routines in general, I'll leave a comment below because I would be so happy to make one. But overall, just having a routine that works for you, it gives you purpose, it gives you excitement, and it sets you up for the rest of your day and every day. Tip number 9 is journaling and gratitude practice. I spend at least 3 minutes every day just writing all the things that I'm grateful for. Overall, it changes your brain chemistry to notice the things that are supportive in your life, to notice the things that are good in your life. And once you start looking for things that are making you happy instead of things to complain about, literally, you see things differently, you act differently, you speak differently, you attract things differently. Gratitude is the key to a happy, healthy lifestyle. But having a daily gratitude practice in your routine is amazing. After I do that, I will journal for 15 minutes, just whatever I'm thinking, whatever's off my dome, whatever I'm stressed about, whatever I want to talk about. And I just got this little book from Walmart. It's like so worn now in the oh my goodness. It's just so worn now, but I'm almost done with it. And it's my second one. And it's a book of just me. I love it so much. And I'm excited to look back on it like I have with my past journals and realize that, oh my gosh, like this is how I used to think. And this is what was going on in my life. And you really forget the plot points of your life. And it makes you remember that your life is a story. Your life is your experience. No one's going to see it like you do. And I think that everyone can have some sort of journaling practice that works for them. But implementing gratitude and journaling into your routines is genuinely one of my favorite life-changing tips. Tip number 10 is reading. I like to go to the library or even Barnes and Nobles where I can get coffee and just sit and read through all the cheap books. Self-development books specifically are amazing. We only have a certain amount of time that we can live, and people dedicate their whole entire life in one way, and then they write about it and they give you this knowledge. Just taking the time to read it will already set you so many steps ahead of where you want to be and where you could get in your own lifetime. Save yourself the time and just read and just listen to the people's stories before you and how the lessons that they've learned so that you can implement it into your own life. I really like reading finance books because I never was taught about financial literacy, and now I'm able to help my family and help my friends and the people I care about, and mainly myself, to have the best financial health that I can. And I wouldn't have been able to get that if it weren't for reading and focusing on educating myself. There's something really wonderful about sitting and reading a book that really helps you like turn your brain off, and it just makes me really happy about life and happy to be bettering myself. Tip number 11 is scheduled rest. When my mental health was lower, I would be in my bed all day long, just having no energy, feeling absolutely crappy. I was being less productive. I never felt satiated. I never felt that I was getting enough rest. In order to not feel overwhelmed with all of my healthy habits, I make sure that there is time in every day where I can do nothing but exist as a human being. There's always a time in my day and in my week that my only expectation for myself is to exist and do what makes me happy, to make my body feel good. Sometimes that's just sitting and watching TV. I'm really able to take a lot more out of this rest time because I know I did everything that I had to do. I don't have any guilt or shame around my rest because it is scheduled in. I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing, and it feels so good. It feels so good to do that. Tip number 12 is having non-negotiable girl time. Having non-negotiable friend time through no matter what is going on in your life will keep you grounded. Tip number 13 is to create a soundtrack for your life. Your words have power. So when you're singing, when you're speaking out into the universe, that is what you're attracting. Create a soundtrack of your life that is exactly what you want your life to be. Whenever you listen to a song that makes you feel like the absolute luckiest, happiest, prettiest, most amazing girl in the world, that should be the standard. Have a set soundtrack that will get you in that mindset, that will make you feel elevated and excited. It's a very quick way to tell your senses, this is what we're doing today. This is the energy that we want, and this is the energy that we are going to give. So when your brain is feeling like yucky and wanting to be sad. This will tell you through your senses that, girl, we're glowing up. This is a new era. We're listening to new tunes. Tip number 14 is to go to bed, setting yourself up for the next day. When you go to sleep, you are not conscious. You are existing in your subconscious. So when you wake up and come out of that is how you are going to set the tone for your whole entire day. Going to bed feeling relaxed and feeling how you want to feel the next day, knowing how you want to wake up that next day, will take so much stress out of the morning. Because I don't know about you, but I used to wake up all the time just waking up and being like, oh my God, this is existence, feeling stressed and not even aware of what I should even be stressed about. But I was looking for the things that I should be worrying about because I was going to bed thinking about all the things I needed to take care of before I was going to sleep. Having some time in between being productive and in between going to bed to set yourself up to feel really good will make your morning better. All right, now we're getting to tips about mindset, different ways to rewire our brain to be the best version of ourselves. Hot girl mindset is a healthy girl mindset. Number 15 is replacing all of your unnecessary I'm sorries with thank yous. I used to say sorry to doors when I walked into them. I used to say sorry and not even know what I was sorry about. And not only did it make me seem very meek, when you're saying I'm sorry, you're saying I take back what I was doing. When you truly are just trying your best and you are apologizing for it, you are telling yourself what you were doing was not enough. Instead of saying, I'm sorry I'm late, say, thank you for waiting for me. If you are in the wrong, obviously apologize. But this is for the girls saying the needless, I'm sorry everywhere, because it is an absolute plague to your self-confidence. By shifting your needless I'm sorries to say thank yous will make you operate out of a place of gratitude and abundance and make you realize what you have in front of you rather than, oh, I take back what I did. Don't take it back. Stand in your power. Tip number 16 is loving your alone time. I absolutely love alone time. It fuels me, but it used to not before. That caused me to act out of desperation and attachment rather than connection and deepening my relationships. There is a huge difference because connection gives you power and attachment takes all of it away. Knowing that you can have the absolute best time of your life with just yourself, like if you were to put me in a room by myself for a week, I would be really excited for all the things I could do and get done and that time I could spend with myself. And now I'm always balancing, I really, really want this time for myself and I really, really want this time with my friends and the people I care about. Now I'm just balancing all these different ways that are making me excited and making me fulfilled rather than acting out of desperation and running from yourself. Number 17 is dancing. I dance every single day. I dance like no one is watching. A lot of times no one is watching, but sometimes people do, and I don't care. Your feminine energy is stored in your hips. If I feel really crappy and I just can't get out of it, I will genuinely just stand there and I will move my hips, like shake all like the energy out. And I imagine that the negative energy is falling off of me as I move, and the energy in your hips as you move acts as a way to give you energy as well and attract in the divine feminine of receiving creativity and abundance. It may sound silly to you, but if it sounds silly, literally dance silly. Stop taking yourself so seriously because that is your problem. I will dance as silly and weird as I possibly can for the first 10 seconds just so I know that whatever I do after that is just simply for fun. It's for your enjoyment and it increases the good energy in your life. And also, it's just really fun to have a girl party in the morning and just dance. Tip number 18 is making sure I have 3 different types of quality people in my life. First is people in my life that I can relate to, that are on the same energy as me, that have the same goals as me, that are still in the progress aspect of what I'm working on. People who are validating for me, people who understand the way that I am because they think the same way I do. Having shared values, shared goals, and shared mindset acts as a standard for you to help and grow with each other. The second person is one who is a few steps ahead of you already, someone who already has certain goals and achievements that you haven't done yet. They can act like a mentor for you and they can teach you how to be better in the ways that you just don't know yet, the ways that you haven't gotten there yet, who can help guide you on the journey that you want to be on. The third type of person is someone that you can be in service for, someone that you can teach, and someone that you can really truly change their lives and feel a purpose. Human beings really actually love to be in service of others. Like, we feel good is being in service to our community. So when we can see the positive effects of our direct actions onto the people that we care about, you feel better as a human being and you feel motivated to do that again. And so if you are always having those three people in your life, you will always feel validated, you will always feel guided, and you will always feel useful. Being surrounded by those three types of people is truly, fundamentally life-changing. Tip 19 is delaying gratification. I'm such a treat yourself girl. I love to treat myself. I love to take care of myself. I love to give myself gifts. But, my darling, the key difference between being very gluttonous and someone who doesn't have any goals and doesn't have any drive, and someone who is able to take care of themselves and someone who can give themselves everything that they need, is a little bit of delayed gratification. And this can be as simple as coffee. I love coffee. It's great. Girlies love their iced coffee. But coffee first thing in the morning makes you anxious, makes you less hungry for good nutritional food. If you can even just delay that gratification to after you eat, you can be nutritious. Yeah, and you can have that little caffeine pep without making it literally ruin your morning and the rest of your day. Literally, it sets yourself up for success. I've been on such a strawberry ice cream kick too. I have the desire to eat a full carton of ice cream first thing in the morning. I do. And I don't care. It's fine. Because I just wait until after I eat dinner to have my bowl of ice cream that I want. And I'm delaying my gratification and I'm enjoying it more because it's a special little treat. And if you're able to delay gratification, choose long-term happiness over short-term comfort, you will be a happy person and you won't feel bad. You won't feel that sense of guilt. There won't be all those negative strings attached to it. You can just be happy and it's great. And that's just fun. And it can be as simple as that. Tip number 20 is understanding that you are a multi-dimensional being. You are a collection of your experiences, teachings from other people, and all of those lessons and all of those feelings, they're not always going to be in alignment for each other. And when that happens, it's very frustrating because it's like, oh, I feel this way really strongly, but somehow I also feel this way really strongly, and one of them has to be wrong. It's not always the case. You can feel different ways about something and still be right. But when it comes down to it and they're directly opposing each other and you can't come to a decision, you have to decide which version of yourself to let die and leave in the past. That is really, truly how you glow up. Because if you want to change and be completely unrecognizable and you want to be someone entirely new that no one even has a concept of how you got there, oh my God, you have to pay the cost of leaving your old life behind. Another way to understand your multidimensions as a person is inner child work, because there is a child version of you that wants their needs to be met, that has attentions and needs that they're trying to fulfill that they don't always understand. And then there's a parent inside of you that needs to guide that child into the best way possible. We may have these childlike impulses and tantrums even. Oh, when I was going through my self-healing journey, the amount of self-tantrums I had to go through in healing was insane. And I literally called him that. I was like, my inner child self was having a tantrum. I was upset. I didn't know what to do. So I started going crazy in ways to cope. When you can understand that that is a part of you, and you understand that I am responsible for this is my behavior, this part is ruling over my body, you can understand who to put in charge. Are you going to let the child version of yourself make your decisions, or your parent version of yourself? Are you going to choose all your old habits that have kept you in a place of comfort? Or are you going to prioritize the decisions that will make you happy and move you forward with your goals and make you be the best version of yourself? Boom. And finally, my last tip is writing down your goals. Writing down your goals. I saved it for last because I truly believe it is one of the most important things that you can do. Writing down your goals is so important because you have so many thoughts going on in your head, so many different things that you want to do. When you don't write them down, you they get lost in the void. They get lost in the ocean of your mind. If you want your goals to stop being your goals and have them be your reality, if you want to be your dream girl, you have to commit to yourself. You have to 100% be committed to yourself and take it seriously. And sometimes that's hard because when we're committed to ourselves, we fear failure, but we also fear success. What if I'm not able to do this goal? I'll feel bad about myself. What if I do attain this goal and it's not what I think? Failure of success. But you will never be able to do anything with that because you're in fear of one or the other. Taking the decision to 100% to commit to yourself and commit to your goals and give yourself a timeline. And within that, give yourself something that you can do every single day so you can live, eat, breathe your goal. And if you do that, your goal will come true. And you will be the healthiest, hottest, most fun version of yourself, and you will live your best life. And what's better than that is you are going to live your life content because you are able to achieve your goals and you know that anything that you set your mind to, you're able to do. And it's as simple as that. You can check that off and you will feel confidence, and that confidence will set you apart from your past and your future self. I hope that these tips and tricks help you in the way that they've helped me. You are going to have an amazing new era. Subscribe if you haven't so we can all learn how to be the best version of ourselves together. We are creating a community of amazing women who have goals and are going to take care of them. So breathe this new air and live the best version of your life. Thank you guys so much. Have a great rest of your night. Bye.